All right, so I'm here in Hagerstown, or no, Harper's Ferry, West Virginia, at my friend Mike's dad's house, and we are about to get hiking together for the weekend. We're gonna do Maryland, like I said yesterday, and he wants to be in the videos at the request of his wife, so you'll get to see Mike. And yeah, we're just waiting to get everything in the car. We're gonna head down to the trailhead. Probably do like a 15-ish mile day. I have plans to do maybe 15, and a 10 on Sunday. But you know, we'll just see how it goes. Take things nice and slow. Nobody gets hurt. Everybody has fun. And we'll be off in about 5 minutes. I'll try to take a video when we get there. All right, just got dropped off at Harper's Ferry, passing John Brown's fort, where the abolitionist John Brown holed up after raiding the armory at Harper's Ferry and trying to start a revolution. Now, I'm remembering history off the top of my head, so this could be wrong, but I believe actually that Stonewall Jackson was one of the generals, or maybe not even a general at the time, but one of the officers that came and put down that revolt. And that's kind of the reason Harper's Ferry is historic. Also used to have the armory, which of course is why he chose it as a point to raid. But we're about to go over this bridge, which I stepped on yesterday to complete the 3-state challenge. And on the other side there is Maryland. And you can't see it because of the sun, I'm sure. But on those cliffs, there's an advertisement for some kind of talcum powder that has been there since the 1800s. And as far back as the early 90s or late 80s, when I went whitewater rafting on the Shenandoah there, they said they had tried to get rid of it and sandblasted, and they couldn't get rid of it. And I wish you could see it better. But anyway, look how beautiful the river looks. This is the Potomac. Shenandoah's over there, and this is where they meet, and that all turns into the Potomac. So I'm gonna get across this bridge here, and we'll be in Maryland, hiking along the canal. And me and Mike are gonna do about 15 miles, like I may have mentioned. All right. We are up the first 500 feet of the only big hill of the day. We're gonna go and stop at all the scenic spots in Maryland, which includes the Weaverton Cliffs down the side trail, about 0.2 miles. We'll get a nice view of the river, and we'll take a little rest. All right, we made it to the cliffs of Weaverton, and we started right down there next to the river. You got a nice view of the Potomac. And you can't see any of the bridges we crossed, but we came from the direction I'm facing. And we're just gonna hang out here for a bit, rest, and then finish climbing the hill. Then we got a nice ridge walk along South Mountain, probably go to Rocky Run Shelter and stop there, about 15. So I made it to Gatland State Park. I don't know if you can read it, but up there by those signs is where the trail comes out of the woods. And you come down past this bathhouse, which is open in the summer. And the important part is right here, this blue spigot is potable water that you can get here. And this is kind of where you get your water in Maryland. The shelters have it, but a lot of times it's like 4/10 or a half a mile downhill to a spring. But along the way here, Washington Monument, Dahlgren Campground, and a couple other spots, you have these wells that you can get your fresh water out of. And here you have a flush toilets and trash can. We're gonna go down there to that pavilion and eat some lunch. And I'll be back to you. And this is the other side of Gatlin State Park. And you might remember seeing this view before. We were just eating lunch at the pavilion, some other thru hikers here. But this is, of course, if you go way back to the first or second video, where I came to do my training hike. And I think I talked about these ruins up here and the War Correspondence Memorial. And I just wanted to show it because it harkens back to the training and to the start of this adventure. All right, we're gonna get hiking here in a minute. Go right up the hill where that lady and her dog are and do about another 6 miles to the campground. Second view in Maryland. We had Weaverton Cliffs. Now we have the White Rocks overlook. And this is a pretty decent view, but the best views are still to come. We'll hit them tomorrow. We got, if it's open, the Maryland-Washington Monument. We got Annapolis Rock, and we got Black Rock Overlook. And the last really good view I remember off the top of my head is High Rock, which will be right near the end. But here's White Rock Overlook. All right.